Right now, you're doing something your ancestors were already doing 10 million years ago. Not driving, not talking, not using tools. Something much older. In fact, it's older than humanity itself. Older than fire, older than language, older than the very first human. It's the reason you clicked on this video. And without it, human civilization might never have existed. Because this habit didn't begin in cities or villages. It began high in the trees of an ancient African forest, with a curious primate that refused to ignore something unusual. Around 10 million years ago, our ancestors lived in a world filled with danger. Every sound could mean a predator. Every unfamiliar smell could be poisonous. Every new object could either save your life or end it. Most animals survive by avoiding anything unfamiliar. If something looks strange, stay away. It's safer. But our ancestors slowly evolved a different strategy. Instead of always running from the unknown, some of them moved toward it. They looked, they touched, they investigated, they explored. That simple difference changed everything. Imagine a young primate noticing a strange fruit lying beneath a tree. The others ignore it. It looks different. Maybe it's rotten, maybe it's dangerous. But one individual walks closer. It sniffs the fruit, turns it over, takes a cautious bite. Maybe it discovers an entirely new source of food. That tiny moment of curiosity could mean surviving another week. Over thousands of generations. Those small advantages added up. The individuals willing to investigate the unknown often discovered food that others missed. New plants, hidden water, safer shelters, better routes through the forest. Curiosity became an advantage, and evolution rewards advantages. Scientists call this exploratory behavior. It's found in many animals. Crows investigate unfamiliar objects. Dolphins play with seaweed. Octopuses solve puzzles. Chimpanzees experiment with sticks and stones. But in our ancestors, something unusual happened. Curiosity didn't stay a survival tool. It became part of who they were. Instead of only exploring when necessary, they began exploring simply because they wanted to know. That may sound ordinary today, but in evolution, it was revolutionary. Curiosity changes the way a brain works. Every new discovery teaches the brain something useful. Which berries are safe, which rivers have fish, which caves stay warm during winter. The more information an individual gathered, the better its chances of surviving, over millions of years. Natural selection quietly favored brains that enjoyed learning, because learning often led to survival. Eventually, the reward wasn't just finding food. The reward became learning itself. Your brain still works that way today. Think about it. Why do children constantly ask, why? How? What happens if? Nobody teaches them to be curious. They're born that way. A toddler can spend 20 minutes fascinated by a cardboard box. Not because it's useful, because it's new. That instinct existed long before schools, long before books, long before language. It's millions of years old. Curiosity changed more than individual lives. It changed entire species. At some point, one ancestor picked up a sharp stone, not because they already knew what it could do, because they wanted to find out. Another wondered what would happen if two rocks struck together. Someone else followed an unfamiliar river. Someone climbed a distant hill simply to see what was beyond it. Most discoveries in human history began exactly like that, not with certainty, with curiosity. Eventually, curiosity gave birth to invention. Stone tools, fire, fishing hooks, needles, boats, agriculture, writing, medicine, astronomy. Every one of them began with the same simple question. What happens if? Civilization isn't just a collection of inventions. It's a collection of questions. Even exploration across the planet began with curiosity. Our ancestors crossed deserts they had never seen, sailed into oceans with no maps, walked into frozen landscapes where no human had ever lived. None of them knew what they would find. Many probably never returned, but some did, and every successful journey expanded the human world. Without curiosity, humanity might never have left Africa. Curiosity also transformed society. It encouraged people to share knowledge. One person discovered a better hunting method. Another learned which plants healed wounds. Someone else found a safer path through the mountains. That information spread. generation after generation. Knowledge accumulated, unlike claws or teeth. Human survival depended increasingly on information, and curiosity became the engine that collected it. This ancient habit has built incredible things. It sent humans to the moon, mapped the human genome, created computers, discovered electricity, built the internet. But it also has a downside. Modern technology has learned how to exploit curiosity. Every notification promises something new. Every headline creates a mystery. Every recommendation says, just one more. Your brain responds exactly as evolution designed it to. Seek the unknown. Learn something new. Keep exploring. In many ways, you're still that ancient primate standing at the edge of the forest. The forest has become the internet. The strange fruit has become a glowing screen. But the instinct hasn't changed. You're still searching, still wondering, still asking questions, still exploring. The next time you find yourself opening another article, watching another documentary, or asking a question that nobody around you can answer, remember this. You're participating in one of the oldest habits your species has ever had, a habit that began around 10 million years ago, long before humans existed, long before civilization, long before history itself. The greatest discoveries in human history all started the same way, deaf with someone curious enough to ask, what if? And perhaps the next great discovery will begin with someone asking that question again. If you enjoyed this journey through humanity's oldest habit, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. What question has made you the most curious lately? Because every great discovery starts with one alt text.